combining a little Western element is my roots here in Texas. I grew up here, but I've always been interested in the stars and something beyond. So to me, the cosmic element actually represents a spiritual element as well. So I combine those two to create kind of a new iconography, and I create my sort of everyday saints, and just play with the idea of something beyond ourselves. I think the moment when I was in church with my mom and I was drawing on the back of an index card, and she accused me of tracing and I hadn't, I kind of knew, hey, maybe I'm not so bad at this. And then after that, I just had a passion for it. I just loved drawing and creating anything I could get my hands on, paper, pencil, paint, whatever. I really love the idea of the everyday person being able to relate to God and have a spiritual life, not making it so unapproachable. I'm inspired by the people that I know, so a lot of the faces are sort of an homage to people that are in my life. And so I like that idea of that everyday person that can do extraordinary things and be more than just what you see on this earth. The last few years I've been working more mixed media. Before I was kind of a watercolor purist. Using different media to create the image and the story that I want to tell definitely has a meaning and significance. Partly it's just my selfish love for drawing faces with pencil. There's something very visceral about that, and I really love the way it turns out. I think having most of my faces black and white and drawn just makes them feel even more just human and imperfect. You see the texture of the surface that it's drawn on, and you notice the ways the light bounces off the different features of the face. My favorite medium, I think, actually is drawing. That's what I started out doing as a child, and just that love of a pencil in my hand and paper underneath is something that I still go back to and I enjoy. And watercolor is my very close second favorite. I just love watercolor. It's such a capricious medium. It's hard to control, but when you know how to control it, it does these amazing just textures and things that you can't do with any other medium. When I'm creating a piece, I always start with the face. Faces are huge for me. I love different faces and personalities, and to me, if the face doesn't work, then the whole piece doesn't work. So I start with the face, and if it doesn't work, at least I know I can scrap it early and start over, rather than get to almost the very end and then discover that everything has been ruined. But yeah, the face is definitely my starting point. The close-knit, small community of Midland really allows the artists to showcase their work in a way that they can have their artistic voice heard more than maybe a larger community like Austin or Houston. There's advantages and disadvantages to both, but I think that's definitely an advantage, is you get a chance to be heard over the whole crowd here rather than in a larger area. And sometimes a lot of artists need that little extra support and community and just a chance to be heard. There's something about, strangely, the isolation out here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We're our own sort of separate community. It's been a place for me to really develop my voice as an artist without having to constantly compare myself to other artists, at least not all the time. So I can have that interaction with other artists, but it gives me a quiet place to really contemplate and work on my technique and really hone what I want to say. When people see my work, I really hope that they're encouraged, that there's something bigger than themselves and something good out there, that the world right now that's so confusing and there's so much, a lot of negativity and a lot of really crazy things going on. I hope that my art can bring some hope and some encouragement and a sense of possibility, that there's more out there and that it is good.